Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another DozCast episode. I'm your host, MrDoz, and today I'm joined with Rye yet again, my only friend left. And
Uh,
today we're gonna be reading some. Well, I am because she can't read. Some
Excuse
hospital
me.
Reddit stories. We're gonna be reading some hospital Reddit stories off of Reddit. In case you couldn't guess, when I already said Reddit like 5 times in this intro. Anyway,
Yeah,
uh,
because you're stupid.
let's get right into this first story.
Go. Can you read?
Wow,
What?
the story has been deleted.
Nerd.
Alright, well, I guess I'll just read this one then. Am I the asshole for spending time with a random kid uh, in the hospital? My daughter is in the hospital due to organ failure. Sorry to hear that. From an eating disorder. I am fortunate enough to be able to stay with her in the hospital. Uh, there is a girl, Mila, 15, in the next room to her with an intestinal disorder. She's been here
That was a
for
big word.
what?
That was a big word for you.
Yeah, I know. I had to lean in to read that one. Uh,
I s-
she's been here for about 3 weeks now. She always leaves her door open so she can talk to anyone hanging out by her room. I decided to start talking to her because I'd never seen her with a visitor, and she's really a sweet kid. This is her sixth hospital stay since she got diagnosed around Thanksgiving because her meds keep failing. The hospital is 2 hours away from her house, and she's one of five kids, so her mom isn't able to come more than once or twice a week. And her dad hasn't visited at all. Over the next few days, she'd call me into her room when she'd see me waiting in the hall, and I started going to her room when I couldn't be with my daughter. We talk,
okay.
play board games, and I run some small errands for her, like picking up her Target order, washing her clothes, getting snacks, etc. And this dude's going all out.
You don't know if it's a dude. Calm down.
Dude is a
That
genderless
sounds
term. Okay,
like,
calm down.
that sounds like motherly instinct.
Uh,
Because
yesterday
I don't think you would ever do that.
I call you dude all the time. All right, it's a genderless term. Chill.
I'm Mary. I don't give a fuck if you call me dude.
Calm down, dude.
That's
Yesterday
called
I was playing cards with her, and when her mom showed up. Mila introduced me to her, and her mom asked why I was in her kid's room. I explained that my daughter is in the room next door, and whenever she needs some space, I spend time with Mila, uh, since she spends so much of her time alone. Well, Mila's mom was pissed when with the nurses for letting some random woman, it's a woman,
told you.
brag about it, uh, in her kid's room, and with me criticizing her parenting. All I said is that she spends a lot of time alone in her room. Apparently, Mila is autistic, and that meant she wasn't capable of inviting me into her room. I had no clue she was autistic, and that me going in there makes me a predator. I told my husband about this, and he agrees that she's overacting, but he thinks I shouldn't be in a random kid's room. Well, surprisingly, the overall vote was not the asshole.
Yeah, no. When you're in the hospital for a long time, you need to see people. I would know.
Yeah, but
Um,
I can kind of see where the mom is coming from. You know, you want to protect your child, and you have this random stranger coming in to visit.
yes, but also people need to socialize. And if you're not making that time for your child who is in the hospital with a whatever's going on, if a kind-hearted person who is also a mother wants to spend time with said child, I don't think that's predatory. Plus, their staff, they have to come in for vitals every couple of hours. Most hospital rooms have cameras in them. Um, The staff knew about it. She was helping out the kid, and just because the kid is autistic does not mean that the kid cannot make their own choices or their own thoughts. Because aren't you fucking autistic?
How'd you know?
It's kind of easy to tell. And you make your own choices. I mean, you have a job. You have a car.
Yep.
You started whatever the fuck this thing is.
DozCast?
Yeah. Like, and my sister's autistic. She went to college. She has a degree. She has a job. She's learning how to drive. She can make food for herself somewhat. That one's still getting all worked out. But she can feed herself. Like, it doesn't mean, just because technically it's a disability, doesn't mean you can't make your own thoughts. Just because, like, depression is technically a disability, you know? You can make your own thoughts. That kid wanted social interaction, saw a kind person, and was like, hey, I want to spend time with you. No way is that mother who is spending time when her own daughter doesn't want some space is being a predator or being weird or whatever.
Yeah. Also, the fact that the dad like never comes to visit is just like, bruh.
Yeah.
Be a father.
Literally get a hotel room for the weekend. Bring all the kiddos. You know? Most people don't work on the weekends. Bring the kids. Come spend time with your fucking kid for a weekend. Do it every weekend. Doesn't need to be a fancy hotel. Get a fucking Motel 6.
Anyway, this top comment kind of has what I'm thinking here. What do the nurses say? Are you breaking any rules with them? You should discuss it with them. But since Manila's mom says no, you're probably not going to be allowed entry into that room anymore. Personally, I think you are being very kind. You're there because your daughter is in the room next door, not because you're a random stranger prowling the wards. Not the asshole here, except for the mom's overreaction and defensiveness. I wouldn't be surprised if she cannot make it to her daughter's bedside more often due to work, transportation, care of other children, distance, etc. Worry and guilt are easily manifested as anger. And she responded to that saying that the nurses don't have a problem with it. As far as I know, I'm not breaking any rules. Which is kind of surprising because I could have sworn usually it's like when I was in the hospital for my surgery, it was
surgery?
Huh?
Your jaw surgery?
Yeah. When I went to the hospital for my jaw surgery, it was supposed to be my mom to pick me up, but instead they were like, no, it has to be the person who dropped you off has to be the one to pick you up. So I'm like, I'm kind of surprised that like some hospitals will just be like, hey, just let anyone visit with this person.
See, I've never had that happen. It's always been like, oh, who do you want to pick you up? Who's picking you up? They just want to know. But also, visitors don't count. Like, it doesn't matter who visits you as long as you're okay with it yourself. And clearly that child is of sound mind and consenting to that person being in their room. And if the nurses don't have a fucking problem with it, it's okay. You know?
Yeah. Anyway, next story. Excuse me. This one comes from Chew Off My Chest. Or, sorry, not Chew Off My Chest. Today I fucked up. My bad. Today I fucked up by masturbating and almost having to go to the hospital.
Why does that sound like something you would do?
I was just about to say something like you would do, bitch. So fuck you.
No.
Last night.
No.
Last night, the wife was out, so I treated myself to a bath. After 10 minutes or so, I started to feel a bit horny and decided to knock one out, especially as the wife is on her period, so there won't be any sex for a few days. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
When have I ever stalked a man before? A real man.
Okay, if you say so.
You can lessen your.
As I started getting,
take a shower after, grow the fuck up. Fuck your woman on her period.
Or have sex in the shower. Anyway, we're not having this conversation.
No.
As I started getting into it, I grabbed my razor off the side of the bath. Can I read? As I started getting into it, I grabbed my razor off the side of the bath. Harry's brand razor, if you're interested, has a nice ripped handle. Thank you. Sponsorship, I guess. I don't know.
It's going in his butt.
I then stuck the.
It's going in his butt.
You're right. I then stuck the handle of the razor into my ass and continued to jerk off. I hate that you called that. After a few minutes, I came hard and went to remove the razor from my ass. As I pulled it out, just the head came out and the handle disappeared. Luckily, I managed to get a hold of the end of the get a hold of the end of the handle and pull it out, avoiding the need for a hospital visit and explanation to my wife, who frowns upon masturbating. I laid in the bath for another 20 minutes trying to catch my breath and get over what just happened. I didn't sleep much last night because of the panic I had about what happened. Had a wank, stuck an object on my ass, and nearly lost said object. Won't be doing that again. I won't be using that again. Oh. I just love that you were like, he's gonna stick it up his ass. So it's like, why is he grabbing a razor? Like, what do you need a razor to jerk off? But you're over here like 10 steps ahead of me.
Do you know how many stories there are from like hospital workers of men coming into the hospital with things stuck up their butt?
Just men?
Well, see, the only girl I follow on social media that sticks things up her, well, actually, she does get things stuck up her butt, but she and her doctor are very close. She sticks a butter turner up her butt.
This comment right here has exactly what I'm thinking. I wanted to masturbate and grabbed a razor is something I never thought I'd put it in the same sentence. I thought I thought this would go somewhere like the bath being too hot, OP fainted, or thought he was having a medical issue. Then I read grabbed my razor and thought he was going to shave before doing it for some reason and cut himself. Then it went to shoved up my ass. That was my exact journey reading this.
I immediately knew as soon as you read grabbed her. I was like, it's going up his butt. Well, okay, think about it. Okay.
Think about putting a razor in my ass? I'm good.
Your butthole like this, right? Things are going to get stuck up there, right? Right?
Uh-huh.
It's going to be hard to get shit out if you put it in and you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
All right.
But also, shit's going to come out.
Let that be a lesson to you.
Literal shit will come out if you're not careful. If you're going to stick something up your butt, use some lube. Make sure it's long enough and has a flared base. Not a fucking razor.
Hell yeah.
Or a shampoo bottle.
This has been Masturbating Tips with Rylee Raven.
And don't put a hamster up there either. That's a thing.
Huh? There are some comments that like, what if this is actually just like a Harry's razor, a brand razor post, just trying to get some marketing out there. Good for shaving and good for shaving, but good for shaving and good for shoving up your ass.
Not good for shoving up your ass.
Hey man, he still got it out in the end. I'm just trying to find a story because apparently I literally saved the same story twice. Is that right? Yeah. And this one, awesome. Yeah, I saved the masturbating story twice for some reason.
You got real excited about that one.
Uh huh. Okay. If my phone could work, that'd be cool.
Let me see if I can find anything for you.
I really fucking hate when I go to film these episodes and I'm like, okay, cool, I got your stories. And I want to go to read one story and it's like, oh, no, it's been deleted. Why? I could have sworn you couldn't delete posts off of... I couldn't delete posts off of... I want to say Discord for some reason. Reddit.
I just found the one you read. Let me go to the... Here, let me send you this one.
All right.
All right. I didn't even read it.
Am I the asshole for going to eat at a hospital cafeteria roughly once a week? My sister and family tell me it's wrong. Like, this starts out with, okay, hear me out. I work a few blocks away from a hospital and get there pretty quickly by bicycle. Their cafeteria is quaint with good prices. So, usually once a week or so, I'll go there for lunch. The food isn't what I call amazing, but they have a nice variety from time to time. The staff even recognize me and are always pleasant. They don't mind that I'm there for lunch, and it's far quieter eating there than any of my local restaurants. I'm on the spectrum, and I don't like loud noises, so the quiet lunches are in this place are a godsend for me some days. Recently, my sister found out I've been eating at the hospital and went off on me over how hospital cafeterias are only supposed to be there for people who are at the hospital because they need to be. I reported that I retorted that I was giving them business, and it's not like I was taking food out of the mouths of patients, and I only went there once a week. So what was the big deal? But she insisted I was wrong. Then she got our parents involved, and they're siding with her. They are telling me I should only be eating at a hospital if I had an actual reason to be there. I told them that they were all crazy and it's just normal food that I was paying for. But now, because neither they or I are backing down, I'm torn. Am I the asshole for eating lunch in a hospital cafeteria once a week just because I work nearby? Edit. Thank you for all the comments. I will make this a hill to sit on if I have to. Okay. Well, there's no overall vote of like not or asshole or is not the asshole, but I'm gonna say just based on that, like not the asshole.
They're paying for the food that's already being made.
Yeah.
And if the staff doesn't have a problem with it, I don't see why their family should. And especially if it's going to be better for their sensory issues, since it said they were autistic.
Yeah.
I don't see a problem with it as long as the staff and the hospital don't have a problem with it. I also sent you like 3 more.
I saw that.
Cool. I didn't read any of them.
Cool.
I just didn't send them to you.
Am I the asshole for reporting my wife for bringing me snacks in the hospital? Hell yeah. I am 32 and male. About 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with binge eating disorder. To put it simply, I eat compulsively even when I'm not hungry. My BMI is 43, putting me in the class 3 obesity range. Since my diagnosis, I have not improved whatever whatsoever. Therapy and support groups have a positive effect on my mentality, but even 2 hours after I'll be in line at a drive through, it has affected my health, my mental health, my finances, and of course my wife. My wife is my wife is 37. She is average size, and eventually agreed that I actually may need actual medical intervention. After a lot of deliberation, we packed up and temporarily moved states so I could participate in an inpatient program as part of a research study. Apparently, intervention programs for bed can be pretty hit or miss. And so this one is a new take on them being 6 months instead of the typical 30 to 90 days. I am currently at the end of my first month and everything is going very well. I've made a lot of friends in the program as well. At the end of the 1 month mark, visitation opened up and my wife could visit me now. Obviously, she jumped on the chance to come visit me within the first 2 days. Uh, we headed over to my room where she took her backpack off and pulled out some jalapeno chips. jalapeno. I don't know what those are.
Jalapeno
Fuck. Fucking God.
I'm the one who can't read.
Where's the H, bro? Come on.
Huh?
Where's the H in jalapeno, bro? Come on. Let's be real here.
J
It's like people who spell Jose with a J. Idiots.
or George.
Uh,
Have you ever
and
seen George spelled with a J?
nope.
Yeah, I had a back when I was working fast food, I had this really sweet customer who'd come in every morning and get his coffee, a large black coffee, right? And he'd use his reward for it. So we only paid like 70 something cents. But his name was George, and it was Jorge. I thought it was Jorge at first, I'm not gonna lie.
Anyway, she pulled up the jalapeno chips and colas, two of my most common binge items. At first, I freaked out. She explained that I deserved a break, and went into detail about how much trouble she went through to smuggle them through. Okay. I'm imagining her coming in. They're like, "Ma'am, we need to check your bag. Please run it through the X-ray scan." Beep. Oh, cool. Let's take her down. All right. Um, I immediately shouted for a nurse who forcibly removed the products from her hands and then escorted her out of the hospital with a full team. Jeez, okay. My wife has been completely banned from the premises, and she's
Oh,
furious at me. The nurses and doctors have expressed nothing but gratitude and told me that I would have instantly been removed into the program. From the program, sorry. One thing my wife said that made me think she had a point. Instead of telling her to put the snacks away and take them home, I went for the nuclear option for calling other people. I know that her bringing these snacks was objectively wrong, but was my reaction over the top?
no, because he was holding himself accountable and following the guidelines of the program. Yeah, it sucks your wife got banned from the property, but like
Yeah,
you're holding yourself
that's
accountable and trying to work on your eating disorder.
yeah, but I still think that hospital's a little extreme.
Well, it's a 6 month program to help people who desperately need it. I don't think that was extreme. It's
And
like, okay, with an alcoholic, right? Is an alcoholic going to go to a bar and only order like a water, right? No, they're going to have those options they're going to want to drink, even if they're in recovery, right? Having those options readily available is going to result in a relapse. He's trying to better himself and his life. I don't think it was an extreme reaction.
all right.
What did the comments say?
The comments say, "Not the asshole. Your wife had to smuggle in the snacks. Didn't that give her a clue that it was not the right thing to do? It sounds like you have a wife problem in addition to your eating disorder." Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot this one was yummy.
Okay. Would I be the asshole if I go to a concert while my husband is in the hospital? Let's go. Hell yeah. This
Hell
reminds me.
yeah.
This reminds me of the story of a girl who like refused to go to her brother-in-law's funeral because there was a Taylor Swift concert on the same day.
You like my collection?
It's all right. My husband has been in the ICU for over 50 days from complications of a surgery. I have been by his side literally every single day, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. since he's been
Does she not
here.
have a job?
Huh?
Does she not have a job?
I don't know. Uh,
8 a.m. to
since
6 p.m. every
he's been here, we took a leave from my job to do so. We are financially okay, so she does have a job. Uh, this has been a tremendous hospital stay with many complications. Complications. Sorry. He is finally.
Can't read.
Yep. He is finally at a place where he is stable, but due to his surgery site, he is still in the ICU. There's a band coming into town in a month that has been my favorite since middle school, and they don't tour very often. It's kind of a big deal that they're coming through. My plan would be to hang out with him during the day and go to the concert at night. I still I would still go to see him the next day. Of course, he is if he isn't doing well, I will give him my tickets to I would give my tickets to someone and stay with my husband. I guess I feel guilty enjoying myself when he is stuck in bed. Would I be the asshole if I go?
No, because you're still spending time with your husband during the day and the next day, but you're taking a little time for yourself.
I thought this was going to be like, oh, damn, my husband's dying, and I'm just going to not go see him kind of thing. But
No, I
no,
don't think.
if she's been with him for like the past 50 days, and she's even said, like, I'll spend time with him in the day and then go at night, I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
And
Uh,
most concerts you don't even start until 6.
yeah. Uh,
So,
Edit, I wanted to clarify some things again because some people keep asking slash commenting the same things. I am happily married and do not plan to go fucking cheat on my husband at this show. Jesus Christ. Okay.
I
Uh,
don't know why people always assume people who like are in relationships and go to a concert without their significant other are gonna cheat.
Everyone
You're that
knows if you go to a
you're there
concert, you're
for
having
them.
sex with someone.
No.
I should see if there's any concerts nearby. Okay. I will go.
You.
I will only go if my husband is still stable. If he is not, my tickets will go to a friend. She said that in post, but okay. The concert is after visiting hours end. Once again, she said that too, so I don't know why people would be commenting that. Clearly, they didn't read the post. We don't like the same music, so he will not be jealous or have FOMO.
Fear of missing out.
Fear of missing out. Okay, thank you. Um, I bought the tickets. Thank you to everyone who replied. I will be masking up and staying in the back to not be super involved with the crowd. It's Marky Ramone, not Taylor Swift.
I don't even know who that is.
Neither do I.
So
I gotta Google this guy real quick though. Marky Ramone. Ramono? No, Ramone. Oh, I see. He was in the band Ramones. I know of the band. I didn't know that this guy's apparently the drummer. And when I say I know of the band, I know very little of the band. Specifically
I
just
don't even
a seat and
know.
Chuck.
And
Yeah. But no, I don't think she'd be the asshole if she went. Seems totally
mm,
okay with me. And like I said, if it's after visitor hours, it's like, what are you gonna do then anyway? And she's even said, if he's not stable or getting worse, she'll just not go. So I'm just like, yeah, you know what? You're handling this very maturely.
yeah.
And at no point did I suspect that she was gonna go cheat on him. So I don't know who the hell would be commenting that, but whatever.
Insecure assholes.
True, true. Anyway, well, I think that'll do it for these Reddit stories today.
Yeah. Been on here for like half an hour and that's enough interaction with you.
Okay, well, that's always nice to hear. Good to know we're such
Dude,
good friends.
I was about to shower when you said DozCast. So
I told you 11:30.
yeah, and I didn't realize what time it was. So God.
Get a watch then. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this epic episode, be sure to like and subscribe, and check out whatever Rise link is in the bottom below, bottom description below. Uh,
I don't know what it is anymore.
I'm pretty sure it's just still your TikTok. Don't forget to check
Oh
out
yeah, I
that as
posted
well.
on there sometimes.
And swag. I'll see you all next time.